Hey, what's up everybody? It's your boy Big J, Jason Meyer here at HealthyU to talk about cardiovascular endurance, pillar number 1 of physical health. In training cardiovascular endurance, our goal is to sustain an elevated but controlled heart rate long enough to stimulate a specific energy pathway within the body. The aerobic pathway uses oxygen to utilize fat as a primary source of energy. We're talking about cardio. But don't freak out. Remember, cardio is simply continuous movement, and it's not difficult to reap benefits from exercise tailored to cardiovascular endurance. The American College of Sports Medicine and the American Heart Association recommend the following guidelines as weekly minimums. Either 150 minutes per week of moderate intensity activity, or 75 minutes per week of vigorous intensity activity, or a combination of the two. Now, moderate intensity can be defined as 50 to 75% of your maximum heart rate or conversation pace. So if you were talking while exercising, you'd still be able to hold a pretty good conversation and just occasionally take an extra breath here or there to get your words out. And for vigorous intensity activity, it goes above and beyond that. So you may actually be struggling to hold a conversation and catching your breath in between working out and talking. Now, with your weekly minimums, we can break it down into daily minimums as well. So for moderate intensity activity, as long as you accumulate 30 minutes per day on the days that you complete your cardio, it counts towards your minimums. And for vigorous intensity activity, if you can accumulate at least 20 minutes per day on the days that you complete your cardio, it counts. And we can even take this one step further and break your days down into 10-minute sessions. As long as each session is 10 minutes long, you are reaping the benefits of aerobic exercise. So if you have an extremely busy work schedule, you can work for an hour and a half, walk for 10 minutes, work, walk, and you will have accumulated your 30 minutes of cardio for the day. Now, don't worry. Even if you can't meet the minimums per week, you can still obtain some benefit from some activity. A little bit of movement goes a long way. For those with slightly more specific goals, these heart rate ranges may be useful. If your primary goal is to burn as much fat as you can, then we want your cardio to sustain 50 to 70% of your maximum heart rate at a steady state. Steady state meaning your heart rate is not fluctuating more than 10 beats per minute, either up or down. So you can't walk and then jog and then walk and then jog, because every time you change your intensity, your heart rate is going to change. So pick an intensity that you can sustain for a longer period of time. If your primary goal is to build cardiovascular fitness and increase your muscular endurance, then we want your cardio sessions to be between 70 to 85% of your maximum heart rate. And if your primary goal is to increase your peak performance and increase your cardiovascular system's ability to handle stress, then we want you to be working out between 85 and 100% of your maximum heart rate. So why is cardio so important? 9 out of the 10 leading causes of death listed by the Center for Disease Control and Prevention are directly or indirectly influenced by physical activity and exercise. And aerobic exercise has been shown to improve prevention of coronary artery disease and cardiovascular disease. And it also improves the management of their risk factors, things like triglyceride and cholesterol levels, hypertension, glucose intolerance, and obesity. Now, the biggest concern with cardiovascular diseases is the buildup of plaque within our blood vessels, and that plaque blocking blood flow. Now, you can think of aerobic exercise and cardio as the sandpaper that maintains our blood vessels. You have our moderate intensity activity, which is our fine grain sandpaper, and our vigorous intensity activity, which is our coarse grain. Now, you need both in order to deliver a clean and polished product in the end. And remember, worst comes to worst, a little bit of movement goes a long way. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to contact us at HealthyU so that we can continue to put you in the best possible position for lifelong health. And be sure to stay tuned for future installations of HealthyUniversity to continue your journey. Until next time, it's your boy, Big J, Jason Meyer, and I hope you have a wonderful day.